Welcome back to the shop. I went to a tractor show. It's called the Florida Flywheelers Club. It's really neat. Just a group of old people that like to have get together with their steam engines and tractors and mowers and toys, all sorts of stuff. It's just a really good. It's a great event. It's wholesome, for lack of a better term. Just nice people. I always learn a lot when I go there. I took some time for myself yesterday and today, and took the day off of work, headed up there. It's like 3.5 hour drive each way. Went out, had a nice dinner last night, a couple drinks, got up early, went to the show, and this is what I got. I'm going to sort of go through it one at a time, and in no particular order. I've got a Stanley Square. I was watching Brian Block's show, and he had one of the viewers had sent him a real nice Starrett one, a big, I think a 24-inch Starrett, a really nice tool. But anyway, this is an older Stanley. It's in pretty good shape. I think it's gonna look good when I hit it with the fiber wheel. This was another one. They were asking $2. I managed to get it for $1. It's beat up. Now that I'm really looking at it, it's much more beat up than I had thought. It's like somebody tried to sharpen it or something. Something really stupid. But anyway, it's got some dents and dings in it, but you know, for just a regular utility square for carpentry kind of stuff, it's probably going to work fine for me. I've got this. This is a, what's it, manufactured by the Walter Mach Corporation. I don't know exactly what this is for. It's for maybe some sort of corking thing. It looks like it would take some sort of a cork, maybe put a bottle down there. But the reason I got it is a friend of mine wants to open coconuts, and the traditional way to open a coconut is just get a machete and hack off the edge of it until you get close to the inner membrane, and then knock that out. Then you get the coconut water, and it goes really good with scotch. So anyway, she doesn't want to have to mess around with a machete when you're drinking scotch, of course. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up, and then I'm going to fabricate some sort of a pipe that goes in here, almost like a leather punch. I don't know if I have one. Sorry about that. Something like this, so that the core of the coconut can be ejected out. Heck, I might even use this because you don't need a giant hole. There's probably only maybe half a quart or something like that in each coconut. Maybe a quart if it's a big coconut. But anyway, that'll be a neat little project. Somewhat functional. It's got some markings in here. I can't really make out exactly what it is yet. Anyway, well, I'll clean it up. But this is a brass hammer. I don't have a brass hammer. I have some rubber ones and phenolic hammers, things like that. But a little dead blow hammer like this would be nice for pounding on gears and not denting them or damaging them. The only other one I have is a real small one, and I'm not completely sure that this is brass, because I've been pounding the heck out of this thing for a long time, and it doesn't seem to be really deforming as much as I would anticipate. What else did I get? Regular old set. I'm not a big fan of vice grips for removing bolts and stuff like that, but they're invaluable when it comes to welding and things like that. So this was one of the package deals. You know, you don't ever want to buy just one tool from a person, because you're going to end up paying full price. So you say, oh, I'll take this, and then I'll take another junk thing or third thing and throw it in there, and try to bundle it together and work out a deal. That's what these were. I don't have a lot of them, but you know, it'd be handy to have. I got these little clamps. These are going to be real handy for me for making videos, because what they have is they're 3/8, and the adapter that my camera screws onto is 3/8, so I can just situate these around the shop and just screw the camera on the end wherever I want to. And I got these for 50 cents a piece, so these are just going to be great. If I really wanted to clamp these down on something that I didn't want to lose it, I mean, these are much stronger than any camera grade clamps that I own. Anyway, those are great. What else did I get? This is a goldenrod. Goldenrods, I've got a bunch of goldenrod stuff, and they make good oil cans, but somebody got a little crazy with this and broke the end of it off. And I don't know how I'm going to fix this, but I know I'm going to fix it. So anyway, it just looked like a nice cannon. It's in relatively decent shape. It's got some dents and stuff in it, but it'll get cleaned up and serve me well. This did not come from the tractor show. This came from Greg and in Kentucky. It was a tool swap. I traded the Stearns metal screwdriver straight up for this plumb half-inch ratchet. So I was pleasantly surprised to see that it's a half-inch. And but anyway, it sounds really good. The action is real nice on this. I'm going to clean it up at some point. I'm not sure what the order of these renovations are going to be. Some of them aren't going to need any work, and some of them are going to just need some minor modifications. But anyway, Greg, thank you very much for that. That was a great trade. I'm real happy to have this, and I hope you like the screwdriver. So that's it for the just regular old hand tools. Oh, I was there. Stay. I got this. Looks like a 42-inch. It's got a ball door. It's Kalamazoo Industries. I've seen these on Amazon. They're a couple $100. $380 I think is the last time I saw it. Anyway, and I was at a machine shop the other day with a buddy of mine who was buying a CNC machine, and the guy had a whole row of these things for deburring parts. And you know, this is industrial grade stuff. So I already have a 42-inch belt grinder, but you know, why just have one? So anyway, I got this for 60 bucks. I really just couldn't pass that up. So I got that, and let me bring you back in a sec. I gotta go get the other stuff. Alright, I have several Kennedy boxes, and Kennedy make really nice toolboxes. And I typically sort of would pack up a box depending on what I'm going to work on or fix. I just keep a couple empty boxes around and fill them up with whatever I need. I have one that's always ready to go for woodworking stuff. And but anyway, I was looking around and I saw a price tag on this for $1, and I said, you know, maybe I could get this and clean it up and paint it and maybe work on learning how to paint better. And when I looked at it, I saw this tag, and it's an SNK. We had talked about the notoriety associated with some of these tools, and so that's a SNK box. SNK is a highly coveted brand of tools that I'm not particularly fond of, but you know, I figured there's some value into this for $1. You know, got nothing to lose, and it's a toolbox. You know, as long as it holds stuff. It's got a couple places where it's a little deformed, but definitely something that I can fix. And it's not completely chowdered up, so it's got surface rust on the outside, but I'll clean it up, and I think it'll go on the shelf with the rest of my boxes. So that'll be pretty cool. I'm not sure how interested you would be in watching me try to restore this, just clean it up and paint it and whatnot. Yeah, let me know in the comments if it's something you'd be interested in, or if it's just blah, not worth the time. So, alright, I got another box, let me go get it. Alright, so I've got this other box here. It's, let me see what I got here. It's roughly, it's a foot wide and just under 2 feet long. And it's exactly 1 foot tall. So it's a decent sized box. It says Mueller Company on it. There's some part of like a core drilling machine. If you can see that. Ow. Drilling and tapping machine. So anyway, it sort of looks to me like a one of those live tap lines that the plumbers use sometimes. Anyway, I've only seen them used once, but it's a very sturdy box. It's got some rust along the bottom, but I managed to get this box and that other box. That was $1, but I got both of them for 10 bucks. So it needs a good cleaning, but it's very sturdy. And if you've seen those job boxes or the Knapp, the brown ones, I forget the different brands, but usually it's a job box, or Joe box, or whatever. This is like a mini version of those, and those are very expensive. I mean, you can break through anything, but this I think would be good for Locking tools up in the back of my truck. I could probably bolt this down and keep this back there. I don't like full-size truck boxes because it limits the bed size. But anyway, this is pretty cool, and I think with the embossed top on it, I don't have to worry about damaging anything. So I can just wire wheel or sand to do whatever I want to with this, and it'll fit in the sandblaster. But anyway, I think this could be pretty. It will take a lot of time, a lot of surface area on this. But anyway, I think it'll be pretty cool. So I am absolutely exhausted. Pardon me. So I'm not going to get into anything today. I just got home, got unloaded, and wanted to make a video. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see restored. First, I mean, if there's anything in particular between the different projects, I'm open to suggestions. So anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I hope you have a good long weekend, and don't forget to thank your veterans out there. Oh, one more thing. I'm going to post another video tomorrow that's got some time-lapse of me driving up to the center part of the state. Some of it's pretty out there. It'll be time-lapse, so it'll be fast, but you'll see Lake Okeechobee and some of the big sugarcane fields and stuff like that. And I've got viewers from all over the world. I've got people from Australia, UK, Russia, Asia, somewhere. I don't know if it's Mandarin or Cantonese or whatever. It's hard to tell. But anyway, I've got viewers from all over the world, and personally, I think it's really interesting when I see other parts of the world through people's YouTube videos and whatnot. So anyway, tomorrow's video won't have a whole lot of tool content, but it will have a little bit of a junkyard tour, some brief narrative about the tractor show, demonstration of a bulldozer bulldozing or grading, and you know, just some footage of about 250 miles of rural driving in Florida. So anyway, look for that video if you're interested in that kind of stuff. I'll try to have that up tomorrow at some point. Thanks. Have a good night.